His hand was on my waist. Daniel's hand. Not Min-jae's. And for the first time in 2 years, I watched Kang Min-jae, the untouchable heir to Seoul's most feared crime family, completely lose control. The champagne glass in his hand shattered. His jaw clenched so tight, I thought his teeth would crack. Those dark eyes that had remained cold through torture, through betrayal, through blood, they burned. Get your fucking hand off her. His voice cut through my exhibition like a blade, through silk. Daniel froze. The entire gallery froze. But I didn't. I stepped closer to Daniel. Deliberately. Let his arms slide further around my waist. You don't own me, Min-jae, I said. My voice steady even as my heart hammered. You never wanted to. That's when he moved. Fast. Lethal. The man who'd kept me at arm's length for 2 years crossed that gallery, like I was the only thing in the world worth destroying himself for. Try me, Naza, he whispered, his face inches from mine. Try me and watch me burn Seoul to the ground. I smiled. Cold. Final. You only realized you loved me when another man touched me. The words hung between us like a death sentence. Welcome to Afro-Korean Love Stories. If you're loving the story, hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to watch would leave you speechless. Tell me in the comments which city you're watching from. I'd really love to know. Now, let's dive into it. 3 years earlier, I was just Naza Williams. 27. Broke. Desperate. Atlanta had chewed me up and spit me out. My gallery failed. My fiancé left. My dreams died on a rainy Tuesday in March. Then Seoul happened. The Han Gallery offered me a junior curator position. It wasn't much, but it was oxygen when I was drowning. I arrived in September. The city was beautiful, terrifying. I didn't speak Korean, didn't understand the culture, didn't know that the gallery I joined laundered money for the Kang family. I met him 3 weeks in. Kang Min-jae walked into the gallery like he owned it. Because he did. He owned everything. 6'2". Sharp jawline. Eyes like black ice. A suit that cost more than my yearly salary. Power radiated off him in waves that made my skin prickle. You're the new curator. Not a question. A statement. Naza Williams. I extended my hand. He stared at it. Didn't take it. You're American. African American, yes. You stand out. I dropped my hand. Is that a problem? It's a liability. He moved past me toward a painting. This exhibition you're planning. Cancel it. My stomach dropped. Excuse me? The artist you've chosen. Too controversial. Too political. Cancel it. No. He turned. Slowly. Those eyes pinned me like a butterfly to a board. What did you say? I said no. My voice shook, but I held his gaze. I don't work for you. I work for the gallery. Something flickered across his face. Surprise, maybe. Or intrigue. The gallery works for me, Miss Williams. Which means you work for me. He stepped closer. Cancel the exhibition. Or I'll cancel you. He left. I didn't cancel anything. 2 days later, the threat started. A brick through my apartment window. Photos of me slipped under my door, me at the grocery store, me at the gym, me sleeping in my bed. Someone had been watching. I went to the police. They laughed. Told me to go home. Back to America, where I belonged. I was packing my bags when he appeared at my door. Min-jae. At midnight. Rain dripping from his hair. You have 2 choices, he said. You leave Seoul tonight. Or you let me protect you. Protect me from what? From the people I pissed off by letting you live this long. My blood went cold. What are you talking about? The Beck family. My rivals. They think killing you sends me a message. He stepped inside, uninvited. They're not wrong. Why would killing me send you a message? His jaw tightened. Because I defended you. I told them you were under my protection. That was a mistake. Then take it back. I don't take things back, Naza. I finish what I start. He pulled out his phone. Made a call. Spoke rapid Korean. Hung up. Pack a bag. You're staying at my place until this is resolved. I'm not going anywhere with you. Then you'll die in this apartment. He said it so casually. like he was discussing the weather. Your choice. I packed a bag. His place was a penthouse in Gangnam, 30 floors up. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Seoul's glittering skyline. Minimalist. Cold. Expensive. Like him. Guest room is down the hall, he said. Don't leave without security. Don't contact anyone. Don't do anything stupid. How long? Until the Becks forget about you. And how long is that? However long it takes. It took 9 months. 9 months of living in his space. Breathing his air. Watching him move through his world like a beautiful, dangerous ghost. He left early. Came home late. Sometimes not at all. When he was there, he barely spoke to me. But I felt him watching. Always watching. One night, I found him on the balcony. 3 a.m. shirtless. Cigarette between his fingers. Blood on his knuckles. You're hurt, I said. I'm fine. Let me. Go back to bed, Naza. I didn't. I grabbed the first aid kit from the bathroom. Sat down beside him. Took his hand. He let me. I cleaned the blood. Wrapped his knuckles. Neither of us spoke. Why do you do this? I finally asked. Do what? Hurt people. Kill people. Destroy lives. He took a long drag of his cigarette. Because it's what I'm good at. That's not an answer. It's the only answer you're getting. I finished bandaging his hand. Started to pull away. He caught my wrist. Thank you. 2 words. But the way he said them, rough, reluctant, real, made my chest ache. That's when I knew I was in trouble. I was falling for a man who would never catch me. 4 months later, the threat stopped. The Becks backed off. I was free to go. I didn't. I want to stay, I told him. Why? Because I'm not done with Seoul. With the gallery. I stopped. With you. I didn't say it, but he heard it anyway. His expression went cold. You should leave, Naza. I don't want to. What you want doesn't matter. He stood. Walked to the door. I'll have someone help you pack. He didn't look at me again. I moved out the next day. But I stayed in Seoul. Stayed at the gallery. And Min-jae kept his distance. Until he didn't. The first time he showed up at my new apartment, I thought someone had died. It was 2 a.m. He stood in my doorway, suit disheveled, blood on his collar. Not his blood. Are you hurt? I asked. No. Then why are you here? He didn't answer. Just pushed past me. Walked to my window. Stared out at the city, like he was searching for something he'd lost. Min-jae. I needed to make sure you were safe. Safe from what? From everything. He turned. Those eyes found mine in the darkness. From me. My breath caught. You're not making sense. I know. He moved toward the door. Stopped. Lock this behind me. All 3 locks. Don't open it for anyone. He left. It became a pattern. Every few weeks he'd appear. Always late. Always unannounced. He'd check the locks. Scanned the apartment. Ask if I was okay. Then leave before I could ask why. I started preparing for him. Keeping whiskey in the cabinet. The expensive kind he liked. First aid supplies. Clean towels. One night he actually stayed. Drink. I offered. He nodded. I poured 2 glasses. Sat across from him. Waited. There's trouble brewing, he finally said. The Becks. The Parks. They know I protected you once. They'll use that against me if they can. So, you're here to make sure I'm still breathing. Yes. He stood. I should go. You always leave. Because staying is dangerous. For who? Me or you? He didn't answer. But something in his expression cracked. Just for a second. Then he was gone again. 8 months passed like this. Him appearing and disappearing. Me building my life around the hope that one day he'd stay. Then I met Daniel Hwang at a gallery event. Prosecutor. Charming. Safe. Everything Min-jae wasn't. Coffee turned into dinner. 3 months slipped by. Daniel became a fixture in my life. He was attentive. Present. Everything I should want. But he wasn't Min-jae. Min-jae still appeared at my door. But now his eyes lingered on the flowers Daniel sent. The evidence of another man in my life. He never said anything. Just checked the locks and left. Until the night Daniel almost stayed over. My door burst open. Min-jae stood there, wild-eyed. Dangerous. Get out, he said to Daniel. Min-jae, I started.
Not you.
Him. Daniel left.
The door closed.
What the hell was that? I demanded. What was he doing here? That's none of your business. Everything about you is my business. No, it's not. You don't get to show up here and act territorial when you're the one who pushed me away. I was protecting you. Bullshit. You were protecting yourself. Tears burned my eyes. From feeling something. From being vulnerable. Because everyone I love dies, Naza. The words exploded out of him. My mother was killed when I was 12. My brother, they tortured him for 3 days to get to me. My anger dissolved. Min-jae. So, yes, I push you away. Because the alternative is watching you suffer for being connected to me. He moved toward the door. Daniel is safe. Stay with him. I don't want safe.
He stopped.
I want you, I whispered. But I can't keep waiting for you to realize that I'm willing to take the risk. He turned. What if I'm not willing to risk you? Then you've already lost me. Weeks later, my exhibition opened. The career-defining moment I'd been working toward. Min-jae stood in the corner, watching me. Daniel arrived as my date, his hand settling on my waist as we toured the gallery. I felt Min-jae's stare like a physical touch. That man in the corner, Daniel said. The one who looks like he wants to murder everyone. That's him, isn't it? Yes. Daniel's smile was sad. If he's too blind to see what he has, maybe he doesn't deserve you. That's when it happened. The glass shattered. Wait, before we proceed, who are you rooting for? Are you Team Min-jae or Team Daniel? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And if you think Naza should have walked away from both of them, let me know. Hit that like button if you're feeling this story, because what's coming next is going to blow your mind. Min-jae's champagne glass exploded in his hand. Blood dripped onto the white marble floor. But he didn't even flinch. He just stared at Daniel's hand on my waist like it was a death sentence. The gallery went silent. Get your fucking hand off her. His voice cut through the space like a blade.
Low.
Lethal. Absolute. Daniel's hand dropped immediately. I'm sorry, I didn't. You didn't what? Min-jae crossed the room. Each step deliberate. Predatory. Didn't think? Didn't realize she was mine? My heart hammered. I'm not yours, Min-jae. His eyes snapped to me. What? I said, I'm not yours. I stepped closer to Daniel. Deliberately. You made that very clear. Something feral flashed across his face. Naza. You don't get to do this. My voice shook with anger. With heartbreak. You don't get to ignore me for months, then act like I belong to you the second someone else shows interest. You don't understand. No, you don't understand. I moved toward him now. Close enough to see the blood on his hand. The rage in his eyes. You only realized you loved me when another man touched me. The words hit him like bullets. His jaw clenched. Unclenched. That's not. It's exactly true. Tears burned my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. For 2 years, Min-jae. 2 years I've waited for you to see me. To choose me. And you couldn't. Not until I stopped waiting. The gallery was dead silent. 50 people watching our relationship implode in real time. Min-jae's hand, his bleeding hand, reached for me. Naza, please. I stepped back.
No.
You don't get to touch me. Not anymore. I turned, walked toward the exit. Daniel called my name, but I ignored him. I ignored everyone. I just needed air.
Space.
Distance from the man who'd shattered my heart without even trying. I made it to the street before he caught me. Naza, wait. Leave me alone, Min-jae. I can't. His hand wrapped around my wrist. Gentle despite the desperation in his voice. I can't leave you alone. I've tried. For 2 years I've tried. I spun around. Then why? Why did you push me away? Because loving you is a death sentence. The words exploded out of him.
Raw. Broken.
Everyone I love dies, Naza. Everyone I let close. You don't get to make that choice for me. I know. His forehead pressed against mine. I know. And I'm sorry. But seeing him touch you, his breath shuddered. It woke something in me I can't put back to sleep.
What?
The part of me that's selfish enough to keep you, even if it destroys us both. His lips crashed into mine before I could breathe.
Desperate.
Hungry. 2 years of restraint shattering in a single moment. I kissed him back. God help me, I kissed him back. My hands fisted in his jacket. His arms wrapped around me like he was trying to fuse us together. The taste of whiskey and regret and something darker, something dangerous. This was what I'd wanted. What I'd dreamed about during those long nights in his penthouse. What I'd mourned when he pushed me away.
But it was also terrifying.
Because I knew this man would destroy me. And I'd let him. He pulled back. His eyes searched mine. Come home with me. Min-jae. Please. The words sounded foreign in his mouth. Like he'd never said it before. Let me show you. Let me prove I can be what you need. I should have said no. Should have walked away. Protected myself from the inevitable heartbreak. Instead I said, okay. The drive to his penthouse was silent. Tense. His hand never left mine. Like he was afraid I'd disappear if he let go. Maybe I would have. We rode the elevator up. 30 floors. Neither of us spoke. The air between us crackled with everything unsaid. The doors opened. He led me inside. The penthouse looked different. There were books on the coffee table. Art on the walls. Pieces from my exhibitions. A blanket draped over the couch. You bought them, I whispered, staring at the paintings. Every piece you've curated in the last year. He moved behind me, close enough that I felt his heat. I've been to every exhibition, Naza. Standing in the back, watching you shine. My heart cracked. Why didn't you talk to me? Because I'm a coward. His hands settled on my shoulders. Gentle, reverent. Because watching you from a distance hurt less than having you and knowing I'd eventually lose you. I turned in his arms. You're not going to lose me. You don't know that. Neither do you. I cupped his face. His beautiful, damaged face. But I'm willing to risk it if you are. Something in his expression shattered. Relief.
Fear. Hope.
I don't know how to do this, he admitted. How to be soft. Open. I've spent my entire life building walls. Then we'll tear them down together. I kissed him. Slow this time. Tender. But you have to let me in, Min-jae. All the way in. No more secrets. No more pushing me away when things get hard. His arms tightened around me. I'll try. That's all I'm asking. He kissed me again.
Different now.
Not desperate. Claiming. Like he was memorizing me. Every curve. Every breath. Every sound I made when his hands slid under my dress. Bedroom. I gasped against his mouth. Too far. He lifted me onto the counter. My dress bunched around my hips. His mouth traced down my neck.
My collarbone.
Lower. Min-jae. I've wanted you for 2 years, Naza. His voice was gravel and sin. Let me worship you the way I should have from the beginning. I surrendered. To his hands. His mouth. The careful way he undressed me like I was something precious. Something worth savoring. We made it to the bedroom eventually. Tangled together in his sheets.
His skin against mine.
No barriers. No walls. Just us. Afterwards, I lay in his arms. His fingers traced patterns on my spine. My head rested on his chest, listening to his heartbeat slow. Stay, he murmured into my hair. I'm not going anywhere.
No.
I mean stay. Move in. Be with me. He shifted so he could see my face. I know it's fast. I know I haven't earned it. But I'm tired of sleeping in this bed without you. Tired of pretending I don't need you like I need air. My throat tightened. Min-jae. You don't have to answer now. Just think about it. I thought about it for exactly 3 seconds. Yes. His eyes widened. Yes. Yes, I'll move in. Yes, I'll be with you. I kissed him softly. Yes to all of it. The smile that crossed his face was devastating.
Young.
Unguarded. Like I was seeing the man he might have been if life hadn't carved him into something lethal. I love you, he said. Simple.
Direct.
True. I love you too. He pulled me closer. I won't let anything happen to you. I swear it. I know. But we both knew it was a promise he might not be able to keep. The next 3 months were perfect. Too perfect. I moved into the penthouse. Merged my life with his. Learned the rhythms of loving a man who lived in the shadows.
He came home bloody sometimes.
Stayed out for days, without explanation. Made phone calls in languages I didn't understand about things I didn't want to know. But he also made me breakfast. Remembered my favorite flowers. Fell asleep with his head in my lap while I read. Laughed at my terrible Korean pronunciation. He tried. God, he tried so hard to be normal for me. And I tried not to notice the bodyguards. The weapons hidden throughout the penthouse. The way his phone never stopped ringing with emergencies only he could solve. We existed in a bubble. Fragile. Beautiful.
Doomed.
The bubble burst on a Tuesday. I was at the gallery, preparing for a new exhibition, when 3 men walked in. Expensive suits. Dead eyes. Naza Williams? The tallest one smiled. It didn't reach his eyes. Yes. We have a message for Kang Min-jae. He moved closer. Too close. Tell him the Beck family sends their regards. My blood went cold. I don't know what you're. We know you live with him. Know you share his bed. His smile widened. That makes you valuable. Get out. Or what? He grabbed my wrist. Hard enough to bruise. I didn't get to answer. The gallery door exploded inward. Min-jae stood in the entrance. Face blank. Eyes murderous. Behind him, 6 men in black suits fanned out.
Armed.
Ready. Let her go. His voice was arctic.
Now.
The man holding me laughed. Or, what, Kang? You'll start a war? The war already started the second you touched her. He moved.
Fast.
Brutal. Efficient. One moment the man was holding me. The next he was on the floor, Min-jae's knee on his throat, a gun pressed to his temple. You have 10 seconds to tell me who sent you before I paint this gallery with your brain. Beck Jin-ho. He wants to negotiate. Then he calls me. He doesn't send his dogs to terrorize my woman. Min-jae pressed the gun harder. Tell Jin-ho if he ever comes near her again, I'll kill everyone he's ever loved.
His wife. His children.
Everyone. Am I clear? The man nodded frantically. Min-jae stood. Turned to me. The murder in his eyes evaporated, replaced by concern. Are you hurt? I shook my head.
Couldn't speak.
He pulled me into his arms. Get them out, he said to his men. The Beck men were dragged out. The gallery emptied. Just us. I'm sorry, Min-jae whispered. I'm so fucking sorry. You said I'd be safe. You're safe. I'll make sure.
No.
I pulled back. You can't promise that. Not in your world. His jaw clenched. What are you saying? I'm saying maybe we can't do this. They came for me to hurt you. And next time, my voice broke. Next time you might not get here in time. There won't be a next time.
You don't know that.
I do. He grabbed my face.
Force me to look at him.
Because I'm ending this. The Becks. The war. All of it.
How?
His expression went dark. However, I have to. The war lasted 6 weeks. 6 weeks of Min-jae leaving before dawn and returning after midnight. 6 weeks of blood under his fingernails and darkness in his eyes. 6 weeks of me pretending I didn't hear the gunshots in my nightmares. He kept me locked in the penthouse. For guards outside. Bulletproof windows. Panic buttons in every room. I was safe. And suffocating. I need to leave, I told him one night. Just for a few hours. The gallery.
No.
Min-jae. I said no, Naza. He poured himself a drink. His third. Or fourth. I'd lost count. It's not safe. It's never going to be safe. Not in your world. Then maybe you should leave my world. He didn't look at me. Go back to Atlanta. Be normal. Be happy. My heart stopped. Is that what you want? What I want doesn't matter. It matters to me. He finally turned. The exhaustion in his face nearly broke me. I'm trying to keep you alive, Naza. Can you just trust me? Please. I wanted to fight.
To push.
To demand he let me live instead of just survive. But the fear in his eyes, real, raw, terrified, stopped me. Okay, I whispered. I trust you. 2 weeks later, it ended. Min-jae came home at 3 a.m. clean, unbloodied. Something different in his expression. It's over, he said. What's over? The war. Jin-ho agreed to terms. He pulled me into his arms. You're safe now. I traded territory and control of the Eastern District. My father's legacy. But you're safe. I should have felt relief.
Joy.
Something. Instead, I felt the weight of what he'd sacrificed. What did you give them? I asked. Everything he built for me. Killed for. Died for. He paused. And I'd do it again. 1,000 times. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Tears burned my eyes. I never asked you to. I know. He cupped my face. You never asked for any of this. But I gave it anyway. Because losing you would cost more than losing everything else combined. I kissed him. Poured everything I felt into it.
Love.
Gratitude.
Guilt.
We'll build something new, I whispered against his lips.
Together.
Something that's ours. He smiled. Sad but real. I'd like that. For a while it worked. Min-jae stepped back from operations. Put his underboss in charge. Focused on legitimate investments. Real estate. Tech startups. We talked about the future. Marriage. Maybe kids someday. A life that didn't revolve around survival. I dared to hope. 3 months after the war ended, I ran into Daniel at a coffee shop. He looked good.
Happy.
That easy smile that had once made me feel safe. Naza. Wow. He stood. How are you? Good. Really good. I smiled. You. Can't complain. Just got promoted. Leading a major task force. Something cold slithered down my spine. That's great.
Yeah.
Organized crime cases. Been building investigations for months now. His eyes flickered with something I couldn't read. Actually, I wanted to reach out. To apologize for that night at the gallery. It's fine. Really. Is it? He leaned closer. Are you happy, Naza? Truly happy. The question caught me off guard.
Yes.
I am. Even knowing what he is? What he's done. My defenses slammed up. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you? Daniel's voice softened. I know who Kang Min-jae is, Naza. What his family does. And I'm worried about you. I can take care of myself. Can you? His eyes held pity. You deserve someone who isn't going to get you killed. I left without another word.
But his words haunted me.
Followed me home. Crawled into bed beside me that night while Min-jae slept. 2 weeks later, Min-jae came home with news. I'm out, he said. I looked up from my book. Out of what? The family. The business. All of it. He sat beside me. I told my underboss to take over permanently. Told the council I'm done. I'm officially retired. My heart hammered. Min-jae, are you sure? I did it. It's done. He took my hands. I meant what I said. I want to build something new. With you. Something clean. Tears spilled down my cheeks. I don't know what to say. Say you'll marry me. The world stopped. He pulled out a ring. Simple. Elegant. A single diamond that caught the light. I know I should have planned this better. But I can't wait anymore. His voice shook. Marry me, Naza. Let me spend the rest of my life making up for the hell I've put you through. Yes. The word burst out of me. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. He slid the ring on my finger, kissed me like I was oxygen, and he was drowning. We made love that night. Slow. Tender. Like we were sealing a promise neither of us fully believed we could keep. But we tried. God, we tried. The engagement party happened 3 weeks later.
Small.
Intimate. Just close friends and some family. Min-jae's people showed up. Dangerous men in expensive suits who looked at me like I was an alien species. But they were respectful. Congratulatory, even. My gallery colleagues came. Excited.
Happy for me.
And Daniel came. I didn't invite him. Didn't even know he knew about the party. But there he was. Standing in the corner. Watching. What are you doing here? I asked, pulling him aside. I needed to see you. To warn you. His expression was grave. Naza, my task force has been building a case for months. Against the Kang family. And tomorrow, he stopped. Tomorrow we're moving in.
Arrests. Raids.
Everyone connected to the organization is going down. My blood turned to ice. Min-jae's out. He retired. He's not part of it anymore. It doesn't matter. He was part of it for 20 years. The things he's done. Daniel's voice dropped. He's looking at life in prison, Naza. Maybe worse.
No.
No. You can't. I don't have a choice. The warrants are signed. The teams are ready. He grabbed my shoulders. But you can still walk away. Leave tonight. Go back to Atlanta. I'll make sure you're not implicated. I don't need your protection. Yes, you do. Because when this is over, everyone Min-jae loves is going to be a target. His eyes pleaded. Please, Naza. Save yourself. Okay, be honest. Would you run away with someone like Min-jae, or would you save yourself? Comment below because I need to know what you'd do in Naza's position. And don't forget to subscribe because this ending is going to leave you speechless. I walked away from Daniel, straight to Min-jae. He was laughing with one of his men. That rare, beautiful smile on his face. So happy. So free. I was about to destroy him. Can we talk? I asked. Alone? His smile faded. He saw it in my eyes. What's wrong? We went to the balcony. 30 floors up. Seoul glittering below us like broken glass. Daniel told me something, I said. About a task force. About arrests happening tomorrow. Min-jae went very still. What exactly did he say? That everyone connected to the Kang family is going down. That you're looking at life in prison. My voice broke. That I need to leave you tonight if I want to survive this. He was quiet for a long moment. Then he laughed. Bitter. Broken. Of course. Of course this is how it ends. Min-jae. I should have known. Should have seen it coming. He gripped the balcony railing. I got out too late. Stayed in too long. And now you're going to pay for my mistakes. I'm not leaving you. Yes, you are.
He turned. His eyes were dead.
You're going to pack a bag. Get on a plane. Go back to Atlanta. And you're going to forget you ever knew me.
No.
Naza. I said no. I grabbed his face.
Forced him to look at me.
I love you. I'm not abandoning you. We'll figure this out. Get lawyers. Fight the charges. Whatever it takes. There's nothing to fight. I'm guilty, Naza. Of everything they're going to accuse me of and worse. His voice cracked. I've killed people. Dozens of people. I've tortured, extorted, destroyed lives. I'm not a good man playing at being bad. I'm a monster who found an angel stupid enough to love him. I slapped him. The crack echoed across the balcony. Don't you dare, I whispered. Don't you dare call me stupid for loving you. Don't you dare reduce everything we've built to some fairy tale about monsters and angels. He stared at me. Shock.
Pain.
Something else. I knew what you were, I continued. I've always known. And I chose you anyway. I chose this life. This love. All of it. Tears streamed down my face. So don't push me away now because you're scared. Don't make that choice for me. They'll destroy you too. Just for being with me. Then we'll be destroyed together. I kissed him. Hard. Desperate. But I'm not leaving. Not tonight. Not ever. He broke. His arms wrapped around me so tight I couldn't breathe. His face buried in my neck. His body shaking with silent sobs. I'm sorry, he whispered. I'm so fucking sorry for dragging you into this. For ruining your life. For being selfish enough to love you. You didn't ruin anything. You saved me. I held him tighter. Before you, I was surviving. With you, I'm living. Even if it's messy. Even if it's dangerous. It's real. And it's mine. We stood there. Two broken people clinging to each other as the world prepared to tear us apart. What do we do? I finally asked. We run. I pulled back. What? We have maybe 12 hours before they come. We use that time to disappear. His mind was already working. I could see it. New identities. New country. We start over. Min-jae. It's the only way, Naza. If I'm here when they come, I go to prison. You become collateral damage. Everything we've built burns. He cupped my face. But if we leave now, we have a chance.
Small.
Dangerous. But a chance. My heart hammered. What about your family? Your people? They'll survive. They've survived worse. His thumb traced my cheekbone. But I can't survive losing you. So we run. Together. Or we die together. Those are the only options I'm willing to consider. I thought about my gallery. My life in Seoul. Everything I'd built. Then I looked at the man I loved. Really looked at him. And I realized none of it mattered. Not without him. Okay, I whispered. Let's run. The smile that crossed his face was wild. Reckless.
Free.
I love you, Naza Williams. I love you too, Kang Min-jae. We had 6 hours to pack our lives into 2 suitcases. 6 hours to liquidate accounts, arrange transportation, say silent goodbyes to everything we'd ever known. Min-jae made calls. Activated escape plans I didn't know existed. Within 2 hours, we had new passports, new names, new lives waiting in a country I'd never been to. Thailand, he said. Small island. No extradition. We can disappear there. Build something quiet. Something safe. And if they find us, they won't. His eyes held certainty. I've been planning this exit for years. Just in case. I never thought I'd actually use it. Never thought I'd have something worth running for. And now. He pulled me close. Now I have everything. We left at 4 a.m. Before Seoul woke. Before the raids began. Before our old lives exploded. The drive to the airport was silent. Tense. Every police car made my heart stop. Every checkpoint made me certain we'd been caught. But we made it. Through security. To the gate. Onto the plane. As Seoul disappeared below us, I felt Min-jae's hand squeeze mine. No regrets, he asked. I looked at him. This beautiful, dangerous, damaged man who'd turned my life upside down. None, I said. Not one. He kissed me.
Soft.
Grateful.
Real.
Then let's go build our new life, Mrs. Kim. I smiled at the fake name. Lead the way, Mr. Kim. 3 months later, we were married on a beach in Thailand. Barefoot. Just us and the ocean and a local officiant who didn't ask questions. No family. No friends. No past. Just a future we were building one day at a time. Min-jae bought a small resort. Nothing fancy. Just bungalows and good food and tourists who came to forget their problems. I opened a tiny gallery. Local artists. Nothing like Seoul. But mine.
Truly mine.
We were happy. Against all odds, against all logic, we were happy. Some nights, I'd wake to find him staring out at the ocean. That old darkness creeping back into his eyes. Thinking about Seoul? I'd ask. Thinking about how close I came to losing you. But you didn't. But I almost did. He'd pull me close. Because I was too scared to claim you. Too convinced I'd destroy you. And I wasted 2 years we could have had together. We have now. That's what matters. You really believe that? That it's enough? I believe we're enough. Everything else is just noise.
He'd kiss me then.
Like I was the only real thing in his world. Maybe I was. 1 year after we left Seoul, Daniel found us. I was at the gallery when he walked in. Older. Tired. But still that same concerned expression. Naza. My blood went cold. How did you find me? I'm a prosecutor. Finding people is what I do. He looked around. Nice place. Quiet. Not what I expected. What do you want, Daniel? To make sure you're okay. To see if you need help. I almost laughed. I don't need help. I chose this. I chose him. Even now, knowing what he is, especially now. I met his eyes. He's not the monster you think he is, Daniel. He's just a man who did terrible things trying to survive. And he's trying to be better.
For me.
For us. Daniel shook his head. You're blinded by love. Maybe. Or maybe you're blinded by judgment. I moved to the door. Opened it. Either way, this is my life. My choice. And I'm asking you to respect that. He studied me for a long moment, then sighed. The task force fell apart. Witnesses disappeared. Evidence vanished. He covered his tracks well. Relief flooded through me. So, he's not going to prison? Not unless we find new evidence. Which we won't. Daniel stepped toward the door.
Paused.
Be careful, Naza. Men like him don't change.
Not really.
And when the darkness comes back, because it will, don't say, I didn't warn you.
He left.
I stood there, heart pounding, until Min-jae's arms wrapped around me from behind. How much did you hear? I asked. Enough. He kissed my neck. Are you okay? I'm fine. He's gone. It's over. Is it? Min-jae turned me to face him. Or is he right? Am I going to revert? Drag you back into darkness? I cupped his face. The only thing that matters is what you choose. Every single day. And every single day, you choose us. You choose love. You choose light. I kissed him. That's enough for me. Is it enough for you? He smiled.
Real. Warm. Mine.
It's everything. And it was. Because sometimes love isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. Messy. Complicated. Dangerous even. But real. And what Min-jae and I had, it was the realest thing I'd ever known. He only realized he loved me when another man touched me. But once he realized it, once he claimed it, he never let go. And neither did I. Thank you all so much for watching. So tell me, do you believe people like Min-jae can really change? Or was Naza fooling herself? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments, because I'm dying to know where you stand. Would you choose dangerous love over safe love? Let me know. And if this story had you in your feelings, smash that like button and subscribe, because we've got more explosive Afro-Korean love stories coming. You do not want to miss it. Until then, remember, the heart wants what it wants, even when it's dangerous. I'll see you in the next one.